Listen up, because I'm about to tell you something that will change your life. Every single moment you hesitate, every second you doubt, every choice you make to take the easy road instead of the hard one, you're telling yourself that you don't deserve greatness. You're letting fear and comfort dictate your future. But here's the truth, you owe it to yourself to break free from that trap. You owe it to yourself to live a life you can be proud of. Not tomorrow, not next year, but today. If you're not willing to go all in for your own success, then who will? Now, don't just stand there wondering if you'll ever take action. You have to act, and you have to do it now. Because if you wait for the perfect moment, it will never come. You owe it to yourself to stop making excuses and to start making progress. Your future self is counting on the decision you make right now, so don't let it slip away. Stay tuned. Because what I'm about to share with you will ignite the fire within you to change everything. You owe it to yourself to understand the power of self-responsibility. When you truly grasp this concept, everything in your life begins to shift. Let's be real for a second. How many times have you looked around and blamed your circumstances on others? On bad luck, on things outside your control? It's easy to point fingers. It's easy to let life happen to you. But here's the truth. The moment you take full responsibility for your life, you unlock a power that no one can take away from you. When you start to own your decisions, own your actions, and own the consequences, you step into the driver's seat of your own life. You stop being a passenger in your own story, just drifting wherever life takes you. This is your story, and it's time to take control. Life will throw challenges at you, that's a given. There will be setbacks, failures, and times when things don't go the way you planned. But guess what? Those moments don't define you. How you respond, how you rise after you fall, that's what makes you. Taking responsibility means not waiting for someone to save you. It means you understand that you are the one who must make the change, take the action, and push yourself to grow. No one else can do that for you. It's your life, your choices, and your path. Don't let anyone else control that. This kind of responsibility isn't just about your work or your goals. It extends to every area of your life. It's about your health, your relationships, your finances, your mindset. If you want to get in shape, no one can do the push-ups for you. If you want to build a career or business, no one can put in the work but you. If you want a better future, it's on you to start making moves today that will set you up for that success. The beauty of self-responsibility is that it gives you the power to change your circumstances. You're not a victim of your environment. You are the architect of your destiny. If you're tired of being stuck in the same place, if you're frustrated with where you are in life, understand that you have the power to break free from it. It's not about waiting for the right opportunity to come knocking at your door. It's about creating the opportunity, going after it, and seizing it with everything you got. But here's the hard truth. Self-responsibility requires discipline, sacrifice, and a willingness to do what others aren't willing to do. It's not glamorous. It's not easy. It means showing up even when you don't feel like it, staying committed when the world around you is falling apart, and pushing forward when others might quit. This is what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's not talent that gets results, it's responsibility. Taking ownership of your journey means you don't make excuses. You make progress every single day. In the end, when you realize the power of self-responsibility, you no longer feel helpless or stuck. You begin to see every obstacle as an opportunity for growth. You understand that you have what it takes to overcome any challenge because you are the one in control. You owe it to yourself to take responsibility because no one else can live your life for you. It's time to step up and make it count. You owe it to yourself to recognize your own self-worth and to make the necessary investments in yourself. Every single person has unique talents, abilities, and potential, but so often we forget just how valuable we truly are. Instead of investing time, energy, and resources into our own development, we give our best to other people, to jobs, or to situations that don't truly appreciate what we have to offer. It's time to change that. It's time to recognize that you are worth every ounce of effort and that the only way to fully realize your potential is to prioritize yourself. Think about the way you treat others. You often go above and beyond to support those around you, whether it's helping a friend in need, supporting a colleague at work, or caring for your family. But when was the last time you gave that same level of attention to your own needs and growth? The truth is, you can't pour from an empty cup. If you don't invest in yourself first, if you don't fill your own cup, how can you expect to be there for others in the most effective way? When you don't put yourself first, you're doing a disservice not just to yourself, but to everyone you care about. Investing in yourself doesn't always mean spending money, though sometimes it does. It's about dedicating your time, your focus, and your energy into things that will bring you closer to the life you deserve. This could mean investing in your education, learning a new skill, or making healthier lifestyle choices. It could mean working on your mindset, breaking the negative thought patterns that have held you back for years. It could even mean letting go of relationships that drain you and focusing on the ones that uplift you. All of these investments are essential because they allow you to evolve into the best version of yourself. The beauty of investing in yourself is that it pays off in ways that no one can take from you. When you invest in your mind and body, the dividends are incredible. You develop resilience, confidence, and a sense of purpose. The more you focus on your own growth, the more you realize that your potential is limitless. You stop doubting yourself and start believing that you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. When you recognize your self-worth, you don't settle for mediocrity. You demand more from life, and more importantly, you demand more from yourself. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking they don't have the time, the resources, or the ability to invest in themselves. But that's simply not true. The most successful people in the world are the ones who prioritize their own growth above all else. They make the time, they find the resources, and they push past the obstacles. They understand that they are their most valuable asset, and they treat themselves accordingly. If you don't see the value in yourself, no one else will. You can't expect others to recognize your worth if you don't. It's time to stop holding back and start giving yourself the attention and respect that you deserve. You owe it to yourself to take that first step, to start making the small changes that will lead to bigger shifts in your life. When you start investing in yourself, you unlock a future that's filled with possibilities, one where you can achieve greatness, find fulfillment, and live a life that aligns with your highest potential. Now is the time to begin. You deserve it. You owe it to yourself to understand the price of inaction. Too many people live their lives as if they have an unlimited amount of time to make their dreams come true, as if tomorrow is guaranteed. But the truth is, time waits for no one. Every day that passes is one you'll never get back. The longer you hesitate, the further you drift away from the person you're capable of becoming. Every moment of inaction is a lost opportunity, a chance missed to take that step toward the life you deserve. It's easy to get stuck in a cycle of indecision. You may wait for the perfect moment or for everything to fall into place. Maybe you think that tomorrow will be a better day to start, or that you'll be ready when the time is right. But the truth is, the perfect moment never arrives. It's not the perfect conditions or timing that create success. It's your willingness to take action now, even when the conditions aren't ideal. If you wait until everything is perfect, you will never move forward. Think about the dreams you put off. Think about the goals you've written down but never followed through on. The idea of starting seems so overwhelming that it's easier to procrastinate and to stay comfortable. But let me ask you, how does that comfort feel when you're lying in bed at night wishing you had done something, anything to push yourself closer to your goals? How does it feel to know that while you're sitting still, the world is moving forward without you? The price of inaction is high. The longer you wait to take that first step, the more likely it is that you'll stay stuck where you are. You're not only delaying your progress, you're delaying the success, the happiness, and the fulfillment that you deserve. And that's a price you cannot afford to pay. The more time you spend putting things off, the more time you waste living a life that doesn't align with your dreams. Imagine where you could be right now if you had started a year ago, 5 years ago, or even last month. Don't let fear, doubt, or the comfort of inaction rob you of the life that's waiting for you on the other side of effort. Every moment you choose inaction, you're telling yourself that you don't believe in your potential. You're telling yourself that you're not worthy of success, that you're not capable of making it happen. But that's simply not true. You have everything you need right now to take that first step, to start making progress, to push yourself out of your comfort zone and into the life you've always dreamed of. It's all within you, and it's waiting for you to take action. The most successful people are not the ones who have had the easiest path or the most resources. They're the ones who understood that the price of inaction is far greater than the cost of making mistakes along the way. They're the ones who took risks, who failed, who kept going, and who never let fear stop them from pursuing their goals. They didn't wait for the perfect moment. They made the moment perfect by taking action, no matter how small, and building momentum from there. You owe it to yourself to stop putting things off. Stop waiting for the right time, the right opportunity, or the right set of circumstances. Your future is being built right now, and you're either building it or letting it slip away. So take that step. Make a decision today to stop delaying your greatness. You deserve to live the life you've always wanted, but you'll never get there if you continue to hesitate. Time is too precious to waste. You owe it to yourself to choose purpose over comfort. It's easy to fall into the trap of seeking comfort. It feels good to stay in familiar spaces to avoid the hard work, the sacrifices, and the challenges that come with pursuing something meaningful. Comfort is tempting. It's the easy route, the path of least resistance. But here's the harsh reality. Comfort is the enemy of progress. If you want to grow, to accomplish anything extraordinary, you have to step out of your comfort zone and embrace discomfort. That's where the magic happens. Think about it for a moment. The times in your life when you've truly grown, when you've achieved something worthwhile, were they moments of comfort? Were they moments when you were coasting along, playing it safe? No, they were the moments when you pushed yourself, when you faced challenges head on, when you stepped into the unknown and fought through the fear. Those are the moments that define us. Growth is never easy, but it is always worth it. We all have dreams, we all have goals, but those dreams are not going to manifest just because we want them. We have to work for them. We have to sacrifice. Success requires hard decisions, and the most difficult one is choosing purpose over comfort. Comfort tells you to stay where you are, to avoid risk, to play it safe. But purpose pushes you to move forward, to keep going even when the path is unclear, to commit to something bigger than yourself. It requires you to dig deep and ask, what am I willing to sacrifice to live the life I want? The answer should always be whatever it takes. Living a life of purpose means setting goals that challenge you, that scare you, that force you to grow. It's about deciding what you truly want and then pursuing it relentlessly, even when it feels like you're failing, even when the road gets tough. If you choose comfort, you choose stagnation. If you choose purpose, you choose growth. You choose progress. You choose a life of meaning and fulfillment. Here's the thing, comfort won't get you anywhere. It won't bring you the satisfaction you seek, the success you dream of, or the sense of accomplishment you crave. Comfort may feel good in the moment, but it doesn't lead to the long-term happiness or fulfillment you're after. Comfort will keep you stuck in the same place year after year, wondering why things aren't changing. If you want something different, something better, you have to be willing to do what others aren't willing to do. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I don't let fear of discomfort stop you from chasing your purpose. Discomfort is a sign that you're on the right path. It's the growing pains that come with pushing yourself beyond what you thought was possible. Every time you face a challenge and push through, you get stronger, smarter, and more capable. You gain confidence, resilience, and a sense of achievement that you could never get by staying in your comfort zone. Remember, you owe it to yourself to live a life of purpose, not a life of ease. Don't let fear of failure or the allure of comfort hold you back from your true potential. Choose purpose. Choose the path that will push you to become everything you were meant to be. Because on the other side of discomfort is everything you've ever wanted: growth, success, and a life that is truly yours. You owe it to yourself to break through the barriers that are holding you back. We all have them. These are the limiting beliefs, the fears, the doubts, the past failures, and the excuses that keep us stuck in the same place. They seem real, they seem insurmountable, but in reality, they're nothing more than illusions, obstacles we've allowed to control us for far too long. These barriers are not as powerful as we think they are, and you have everything you need to break through them. The first step, though, is realizing that you don't have to live with them. So let's talk about those beliefs that tell you you can't or you're not good enough. Where did those come from? Were they born from some deep personal truth, or they came the voices of others? More often than not, these limiting beliefs are stories we've told ourselves based on past experiences or the opinions of people who weren't able to see our true potential. The challenge is that, over time, we begin to believe these false narratives. We start to think we're not capable of more, that we're not worthy of success, that we can't overcome the hurdles in our path. And once we buy into these beliefs, stop trying, we stop pushing, we stop growing. But here's the hard truth. None of these barriers are set in stone. The only thing keeping you from breaking through them is your willingness to take action and challenge those limiting thoughts. It's about taking the power back. The moment you begin to challenge those beliefs, you start to realize how small they really are. Every time you push past the fear or doubt, you weaken the hold it has on you. You build strength, confidence, and momentum. And before long, you'll look back and realize that the barriers that once seemed so huge were nothing more than walls of your own creation. Breaking barriers doesn't just mean overcoming mental obstacles, though. It also means breaking free from external limitations like environments, people, or situations that keep you stuck. Sometimes the barriers aren't in your mind, but in your circumstances. You may be surrounded by negativity, toxic influences, or environments that don't nurture your growth. The people around you may not support your vision or may even try to hold you back because they're too afraid to take risks themselves. And while you can't always control your surroundings, you can control how you react to them. You have the ability to step away from those situations that drain you and seek out the ones that will lift you up. You have the ability to create a new environment for yourself, one that challenges you, encourages you, and helps you become the person you're meant to be. Breaking barriers is also about letting go of excuses. It's easy to make excuses when things get tough. It's easy to say, I don't have the time, or I'm not ready yet. But every time you make an excuse, you're only holding yourself back from the life you could have. The reality is that there will never be a perfect time. There will never be a time when everything aligns and life hands you exactly what you need. Success comes from doing the work, even when the conditions aren't perfect. It comes from showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. It comes from stepping outside of your comfort zone and taking that first step, no matter how small, toward breaking those barriers down. You owe it to yourself to take action. You owe it to yourself to push past those mental, emotional, and environmental barriers that have been limiting you. You are capable of so much more than you realize, but you'll never know what you can achieve if you stay trapped by fear and doubt. The only way to find out what's on the other side is to push forward, to challenge yourself, and to keep breaking down the walls that stand between you and your greatness. You have the power to live the life you've always dreamed of, but you have to be willing to break free from what's been holding you back. You owe it to yourself to commit to excellence in every area of your life. Excellence is not about perfection. It's about consistently striving to be better, to do better, and to push the boundaries of what's possible. It's about showing up every single day and giving your best effort, even when no one is watching. Excellence requires discipline, focus, and an unwavering commitment to improving yourself, no matter where you start or where you've been. It's not about comparing yourself to others. It's about competing with the version of yourself you were yesterday and aiming to be better today. Far too often, people settle for mediocrity. They do just enough to get by, to pass, to meet the bare minimum. It's comfortable. It's safe. But here's the truth. Mediocrity never leads to greatness. Mediocre efforts never yield extraordinary results. If you're content with doing the bare minimum, then you're denying yourself the chance to achieve everything you're capable of. When you commit to excellence, you set a standard for yourself that pushes you beyond what you thought was possible. You stop looking for shortcuts or easy outs. You stop letting fear, doubt, or comfort dictate your choices. We choose to do your best even when it's hard, even when no one is watching, and even when you feel like giving up. Excellence is not something that comes by chance. It's something that must be cultivated. It's a mindset, a way of life, and a commitment to always getting better. It's about paying attention to the detail and making sure that the work you do is something you can be proud of. Whether it's in your career, your relationships, your health, or your personal growth, excellence means consistently striving for the highest standard. It means being intentional with your time and energy and understanding that your actions today will shape the future you create tomorrow. You can't afford to take the easy route. The easy route will not take you where you want to go. Think about the people who inspire you the most, the ones who've achieved greatness in their fields. What sets them apart? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's their commitment to excellence. They don't settle for good enough. They put in the hours, the work, the effort. They continuously push their limits and demand more from themselves every single day. They don't rest on their laurels. They push forward, always striving to improve. That's what excellence is all about. It's about refusing to accept anything less than your very best. You may be wondering, but how do I do that? How do I commit to excellence when it feels overwhelming or when I feel like I'm not capable? The first step is to believe that you are capable. No one starts at the top. Everyone has to put in the work, face the struggles, and embrace the challenges along the way. But every step you take towards excellence, every effort you make to push yourself, builds your strength, your resilience, and your belief in yourself. Commit to the process, trust that you are getting better, and understand that excellence is a journey, not a destination. It's time to stop settling for less. It's time to stop allowing yourself to live below your potential. You have greatness within you, and you owe it to yourself to bring that greatness to life through a commitment to excellence. Set the bar high. Challenge yourself. Push through the discomfort. Excellence is not easy, but it's always worth it. When you commit to being excellent in everything you do, you create a life filled with pride, satisfaction, and a sense of fulfillment that can only come from knowing you gave your best effort every step of the way.